Good news, everyone. This episode of Flipper Flicks is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. We recently joined as a member, and you can too. Apply today to become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co. I hope you enjoy this episode.
Cue the singing giraffes! We like to review it. We like to review it. We like to review it. We like to review it!
Yeah.
Welcome to Flipper Flicks.
Yay!
We review movies. Shocker, I know.
I know. I felt like that was a long word to do that.
It was hard because it was 2 syllables. Isn't
Yeah.
move only one? We like to move it. Yeah. I had to remember that there was a second half of a word that needed to go in there. So it was a little difficult, but I made it through. I guess I should tell you that I'm Sam.
I'm Adam.
I'm Tim. Were you done with the intro?
Oh, yeah. Always
Okay,
pausing
all
for
effect. Yeah. So we're on social media and multiple platforms that I never remember the names of, but they always make me do social media. Even though we take
Every
turns
time.
evenly.
Yeah.
I was about to say only 1 out of 3 times every time.
Every time. Yeah, Instagram, Flipper Flicks, Twitter, Flipper Flicks. I don't know which hashtag is what, but there you go. And then we're on your favorite, podcast, Podbean, whatever, Spotify. Are we on Podbean? I don't even know.
We are.
Okay, that's
Wait,
right.
are we?
I think
Anchor,
so.
Spotify. I thought we were, but we'll find out. Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. You probably
Yeah,
listen.
Amazon podcasts are soon going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
They're
is
on
interesting.
Audible and Amazon Music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They emailed us. It was
Yep.
weird.
And our episodes drop every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's in the zone.
Yes, we'll get you there. Or eat fat fresh. How many mottos we got here?
I think that's it.
I can't think of one. I'm
Book
not
club
in the
for movies.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not in the club.
Bye, Felicia. All right, so we rolled wordplay last week. Tim
Sure did.
gave me the fancy word of lion,
Ooh.
I did.
and Sam gave me super soaker.
Mhm.
So the idea of wordplay was to try and find a movie that kind of fit both those categories. Now, I can't tell you what movies have a lion and a super soaker in them. So we went with something that squirted and a lion in it. And that was Madagascar, Escape to Africa. Woo! Round of applause for
So
figuring that one
title,
out.
I thought it was Madagascar 2 Escape from Africa. That shows how much I know about it.
Yeah, see? Doesn't know anything. But the movie is about a botched rescue that strains Alex the lion and his companions in Africa. Sadly, Alex... Why is this sad? Like, why is this sad? Sadly, Alex discovers he has a little in common with the locals. How is that sad?
Yeah, why would that? That was not sad at all in the movie. But continue.
That's it.
Where did you get this summary from? Who thinks it's
Yeah.
sad?
I got it from Netflix.
Netflix. Ugh.
Shame.
But the critics, they gave it a 64%. Audience gave it a 66%.
Dang.
IMDb gave it a 6.6 out of 10.
Wow.
What?
And Google gave it a 91%.
I think people were
Wow.
cheating off their Scantron test to put the...
Yeah, what?
These are very close.
This has to be like the closest like trio. I don't count Google because that's just a yes or no.
Yeah.
But the
Right.
other 3, they're like all on top
I
of
don't
each
think
other.
Yeah.
Are they just pulling each other's data?
Yeah. I think
Fancy
so.
APIs in the
Probably.
background. We'll get started here with Tim. What were your expectations?
I mean, I've never seen the first one.
I know we just dropped you right into the second one.
Yeah. So I was ready to be lost. Not it's a cartoon, whatever. So I was like, I'll probably enjoy it. And up to the moment that I had to watch it, I was like, yeah, it'll probably be good. And then I went to watch it, and I'm like, I really don't want to watch this right now.
Oh, no!
So I made myself watch it. And, I was ready to enjoy it, I guess.
Okay. How about you, Sam?
Well, I've seen the first one, and I love it. And I've seen this one, and I realized that I loved it. But when we first picked it up, I was like, oh, is that the one with Moto? because I was like, Moto is a classic, so I was ready to be pumped if this was the one with Moto. I do want to say, though, on the third one, I feel like I didn't like it as much. I was super pumped for it. So anyway, I was like, I know that there are different, like, I have different feelings for each of the movies in this franchise, and I wasn't exactly sure which one it was, but overall, I think I enjoy all three of them. What was confusing about this is that Madagascar is on Hulu, Madagascar 2 is on Netflix, and Madagascar 3 is on Hulu.
I think it might even just be HBO for Madagascar 3.
Yeah, so if you want to watch the second one, it's on Netflix. If you don't care which one you watch, they're all available. Just pick a platform.
Yeah, you just had to have all of them.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Adam. What were your thoughts?
I remember enjoying this.
Mm-hmm.
We watched it, I think this movie came out in 2008.
Long time ago.
Yeah, just jot that down. It was 12 years ago.
Woo.
It doesn't feel like that, but I was pretty excited. I enjoy kids' movies, so. And I was honestly pretty pumped that I was able to find something that mostly met the two categories I was given.
Yeah, I was shocked. I figured you would have to abandon ship on this Super Soaker.
Right? Like, that's not an easy thing to figure out.
I figured we'd just end up watching a zoo movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a clever take what you did with it, yeah.
Pat on the back for you.
Brush off my shoulder real quick. But we'll go ahead and get started with some spoilers. Just heads up, we got spoilers in this episode. We'll be going in depth on Madagascar 2, but not 1 or 3.
Nope.
Or the eventual 4, or Penguins of Madagascar, the TV show, or the movie, or All Hail King Julien, All Hail King Julien Exile, or Madagascar A Little Wild.
Are those real?
All of those are real. 4 is in production right now.
I was waiting for you to drop all those because I didn't realize how much to this franchise there was.
Oh, there's so much.
There really is.
Especially for, like, the reviews, I guess. Like, the reviews would make you think that they would made so much.
Right.
But, I mean, it's a kid's stuff, and I actually think those reviews are a little off. I think they're a little low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they just kind of take anything and run with it, though. Like, The Boss Baby has, like, 2 spin-off TV shows, and I'm like, but why? Like, what is happening?
Who watched that?
Yeah, so...
Dude, Netflix will just greenlight anything nowadays.
Ooh, shots fired, Netflix.
Hey, now. That's true.
No, but I agree. So
I mean, they have a Turbo TV show as well. Turbo the Snail. You remember the one that nobody saw?
I guess, yeah.
There's a TV show.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, DreamWorks must have a deal with Netflix.
Because there's just a bunch of shit on there.
Yeah. Now, what was really confusing, real quick, I am going to touch All Hail King Julien and All Hail King Julien Exiled, is the fact that they separated the final season into a whole new TV show. That was stupid. But I will say I have watched many of the other series. So, Madagascar Escape to Africa was a movie. Yeah, about a lion.
Yeah.
Sam, you can start.
I was just going to say that I'm a sucker for baby cartoon characters.
Oh,
like
she
in
really
the first
is.
opening scene where little Alex is there and he's like dancing around. I loved it.
Dude, little Alex
Melted my heart.
Little Alex was played by Ben Stiller's son.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, cool.
Wait, but how old is his son?
I don't know.
20.
Yeah, right?
This
like
was 12 years
30.
ago. This was 12 years ago.
Still, he could
then,
be
like,
old. Like,
and then-
Ben Stiller's not young, but
Yeah.
continue.
Now I'll just give this little spoiler for our episode ahead. Jada Pinkett Smith is Gloria, and the girl that played Baby Gloria was Willow Smith, her daughter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Oh, is this that's the hippo?
yeah, that is the hippo.
In a different movie?
No. Just like at the beginning of the movie, you just see the little versions of them.
Oh, yeah. The young versions, yeah.
Yeah, because
The part that confused me, yeah.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because it was like his dad and the cub, and then I guess because the movie was they left, the zoo and went somewhere. I assume, I don't know. And then now it catches you up, right? Like I'm assuming there was nothing about his dad in the first one.
Correct.
Okay, so that's what
Look
that
at
was.
you.
And I was really confused.
I was gonna say, I feel like at one part of me believed that anybody could jump in and watch this movie, because if you catch that first 5 minutes, they kind of do a quick recap of last movie.
Yeah, but I feel like the way that they did it was kind of odd.
Yeah.
Because as I was watching it, I was like, ooh, I don't know if Tim's going to get that. Because I was curious, as you say, like, how easily you can jump in. I feel like with kids' movies, they try to make it pretty easy, or they just totally disregard it. They're like, we're starting over, it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I don't know. I liked that they tried to do it, but then, since it was like a little news brief, I was like, I don't know if that covered
Yeah.
it.
What about the plane part? Where did the first one end?
The first one ended with them just being happy being in Madagascar, right? But they still wanted to get back to New York.
Right.
Were they like building the plane? Or is there anything about the plane?
That's King Julian's like hangout spot.
Yeah.
In like
Yeah.
in the show and in the first movie, that's just where he hangs
Right.
out. And the penguins just kind of take it over and are like, we're gonna make this an airplane actually fly.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
I don't know that they really like set it up necessarily to be a sequel at first. Like I feel like they kind of were just like, okay, we made it to Madagascar, and
Yeah.
it's like
Right.
happy ending that they're fine with being there, I guess.
Yeah, because so in the original one, Marty just wanted to go to Connecticut because he wanted to leave New York.
He wanted a vacay.
Yes.
He did mention that in this. Actually.
He does. That's why I brought it up because
Yeah.
he straight up says, "Yeah, I want to check out New York," and it's like, I mean, not New York. I want to check out Connecticut.
I think
What?
he saw like a billboard in the first one for Connecticut or something. He somehow lands on Connecticut.
I
It's
thought it was
just
the penguins
ridiculous.
in the first one.
Oh, could be. Either way.
Yeah, the penguins were like, "We're going to Connecticut where they have boats or something weird."
The penguins are ridiculous.
I love the penguins. But one of the, like, it starts off with a great Melman quote, which, by the way, Melman is a giraffe, and his name is Melman.
Yeah.
What type of name is Melman?
I don't know.
I thought it was Melvin for the longest time.
That would make more sense.
That makes more sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But Melman's like, when they're like leaving Madagascar, he's like, "Glad we could introduce you to the toilet."
Oh, I didn't catch that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's telling
Also,
the lemurs.
you're jumping forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it started with that poor kid just trying to catch a fish off the moon. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
That is true.
The damn penguins come up and beat him up.
I know. And then they actually do finally catch that fish.
Yeah. Well, I did love that they did the whole DreamWorks on the moon thing because I feel like they don't do that anymore. So I was like,
Right,
oh,
yeah.
nice.
I was like, oh, look at that. And then the penguins beat the crap out of him. I'm like, hey, okay.
How rude. I loved it. But I think we need to launch more of our planes like with slingshots.
Definitely.
I think that seems like a very safe plan.
that worked really
Yeah.
well for them.
All the tumbles and stuff before
They only
finally-
bounced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and what's funny about that is that the penguins said that's only the second biggest slingshot they've ever seen. So
I
what do you
know.
guys think was the first one? Like,
Oh, I don't know. Those penguins are nutty.
They probably tried to launch themselves out of the zoo.
yeah, and they built one bigger
Yeah.
than that. I
Yeah.
believe it.
I don't know how where would they put it?
Were you confused when the monkeys were on the plane with them? Because they don't really show the monkeys get on the plane, and then they just show them when it's falling.
There's a couple characters that are just randomly on the plane, right? Like, oh no, I guess the King Julien did get on and stuff.
Yeah, he
I
made
didn't
a
think the other
big
guy did.
scene.
I didn't think the other guy got on with him.
Oh, Maurice?
Yeah.
Yeah, Maurice is always there with King Julian. Right-hand man.
King Julien cracked me up.
Oh,
He's my
amazing.
favorite. He's always
He's so
my
good.
favorite.
Him and the penguins are my favorite. Yeah. I love how he's sitting in first class and Maurice like chews for him. Like he puts his-
Yeah.
he like chews for him. I love it.
Melvin pops his head through.
That's great.
Excuse me, this is first class. Get out of here. Get out of here, peasants.
Yeah, I have that written down. Excuse me,
Yeah.
would you mind going back? This is first class. It's nothing personal. It's just that we're better than you.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. Classic
Oh,
King
he's so
Julian,
great.
man.
Holy cow.
But like Melman, when he's on the plane, because I mean he's a giraffe, he's like sticking his head down over top a skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was like, what is happening?
I don't know. I just think there's a plane that crash landed.
I think there was, because we tried to watch the first one before this to get caught up.
And fell asleep.
And I think when they first
Oh,
landed, when they first landed in Madagascar, they're like, take us to the humans. And King Julian takes them to the tree where there's skeletons hanging. And he's like, yeah, these are our humans. They don't talk very much or something because they're like dead.
Yes.
So maybe they just had the plane lying around with all the dead people.
What'd you think of Rico, Tim?
Who was that?
He was one of the penguins. He's the one that doesn't talk.
There was a penguin that didn't talk?
Yeah. He's the one that, like, they start, like, going up to the front of, like, the cockpit, and they look like they're trying to take over the plane, and he just pulls a switchblade out.
Oh, yeah.
So, in, like, all the
good.
TV series, he just, like, pukes up stuff, and it's just, like, like a plot device. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I need to see more stuff with the penguins and King Julien and whatnot.
So, the
For
movie
sure.
Penguins of Madagascar, I really like.
Yeah. I feel like we usually put it on like long car rides because they're so quippy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's one of the ones that you could listen to. You don't even need to watch it because they're just like
what's
being
that one on?
ridiculous.
I don't know what it's on at the moment, but, like, I will say one thing in that movie is they do, like, actor name puns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, say, for instance, like, let's say Hugh Jackman is the
Right.
name. They're like, Hugh Jack? Man, what are you doing over there? Like, Hugh, comma, Jack.
Yeah.
Classic.
It's just stupid shit like that I love. But, anywho, did you notice that Melman ordered a drink to, like, was it Melman or was it Marty that ordered a drink?
Melman did.
I think it was Melman.
But Private delivered it when it was crash landing.
Crash landing.
And Marty was holding it. Like, once they're in Africa, he's still drinking it.
Nice. I think my favorite part of when they crash land in Africa is that Gloria still like walks around with the seat attached to her butt for like 10 minutes. Like, it's ridiculous.
Like, they land and Melman's like, San Diego, I'm 40% sure this time, guys.
Yeah.
yeah.
So when they crash landed on Madagascar in the first one, they're like, Melman's like, I think we're in San Diego. Like, nice open plains is what I hear about it.
Yeah. So, only 40% sure this time. He learned his lesson from the first movie.
So to paint the picture, they crash land this piece of junk airplane.
Yes.
And then once they do that, they kind of go for a nice little stroll, and Alex starts freaking out because he's like, hey, I've been here. What is this place? Why do I recognize it?
Mm-hmm.
And man, do they find out that they found a whole new world out there. That's beautiful.
Sure did.
Tearing up right now.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I loved how they had, like, okay, so obviously all of their species are there, right? And then Melman, like, goes with the giraffes, and the giraffes are all concerned about being sick, and they, like, have a witch doctor. And I forget the context of this one, but one of my favorite quotes is, like, Melman's like, what if you catch a cold? Oh, we just go over to the dying hole and die.
The dying hole.
Like,
and no one, like, coughs.
Yeah. And then it's, like, running all the way through the movie, like, oh, we're going to need more dying holes.
Yeah, one of the other giraffes. It's just like, oh, we'll need that. Some more dying holes over here.
Mm-hmm.
When all the water dries up.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I did like how each of them had a little, like, silly shtick to them like that.
Yeah.
They all had something silly. It was just kind of like, it made them different, but at the same time, I don't know.
And then you had King Julien. I would love to become a professional whistler.
Well, he's
so
the best
great
at the end.
He just it's just so confusing.
Well, I feel like he goes on for like 5 minutes trying to whistle. That's what's like so like when you would think like, oh, okay, we'll just sweep it under the rug. Nah, we gotta watch him try to do it for 5 minutes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the best part about King Julian's shtick is that you're constantly like watching him do ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous stuff.
Comes riding in on flamingos.
Yeah.
Dude knows how to get a following.
What did he call those?
Oh,
he
I
called
don't
them
know.
like fluffy pink birds or something like that, I think. He's like, we're riding these fluffy pink birds. Or something like that. And I was like, yes. This is great.
But real quick question about like animal movies, like kids animal movies. They always have lions and like cheetahs being like savanna animals all living one, like all together.
Right, yeah.
It's funny because like it's not really how it is, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Well, I think they kind of did. They kind of tried to show that because at one point, Makunga, like isn't that played by
Makunga, yeah, Alex Baldwin.
Alec
Yeah.
Baldwin, yeah.
Like
Alex.
he's holding a gazelle at the very beginning, like just like swinging it around in his hand as he's like talking to someone.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of like try to like PG kidded up, like ha ha ha, we're not actually like all one big happy family, but obviously they didn't want to like show it.
Right. Makunga.
I didn't like his hair. It was too voluminous for me.
Dude.
I thought it was great. I thought it was
Oh, really?
great. Just because it was like
So over
it
the
matched
top.
his personality. Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
silly and like
It was Alec
the
Baldwin.
bad guy. It showed the bad guy and like, he's
Very
different.
easily.
Dude.
It's like, oh look, Scar,
Yeah.
but except he has hair. Like
very,
so I
very
liked it.
Hamlet-esque story as well, like The Lion King.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little less gruesome in the end, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, no real dying.
Dude, like, Alex has to go into, like, the ritual scene. And he's, like, about to do
Right.
his big old dancing. Who do the little lion cubs fight?
That's what I was
don't know.
wondering.
Like, so they got all these, like, big fight. Like, Alex goes and picks the biggest guy in the bunch because he gets tricked, obviously.
Right.
Which that dude was ripped.
Teetsy?
Teetsy.
Teetsy?
But Teetsy, man, he just knocked him out. But, like, who the little lion cubs fight? Like, themselves? And,
Well,
like,
that's what I was wondering. It's like, okay, do they fight somebody equal, or do they pick, and it's like, okay, well, if they don't make it, they get kicked out, right? But
yeah.
if they win, does the person they beat get kicked out?
I don't know. I don't
Because
think
if
this
that's
is
the
very
case, wouldn't you
clear.
just let, like, if you were already in, wouldn't you just let them...
Right? Wouldn't you just let them win, or like, at that point, you're lower on the food chain, then, right?
Yeah.
Like the pecking order has changed, because now if you get beat by this person or this
They're
lion,
above you in the ranks.
they're above you. You know, if you're going by animal strength, I don't know. They don't dig into it.
I need to know, Madagascar.
Well, yeah, just because they do pick, right? Because Alex got to pick, or did Alex only get to pick because he was like special late edition?
No, they said, Alex, now you have to pick your opponent.
Interesting. Yeah.
Like, Zuba, like, made sure to say, you have to do it now.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's make a spin-off TV show where we just see the lion cubs fighting.
Right, and they just
And explain
as
that.
they rite of passage, their preparation the night before, how they slept, how they ate, you know,
Oh, yeah?
stuff like that.
We have so many other spin-offs. Why can't we have that one?
Right? I guess the lions, after being the main characters, are not the most popular characters.
No
What?
one cares.
No. But, yeah, I just was so confused with that. But then Moto comes onto the scene.
Ah!
I like them big. I like them chunky.
Girl, you huge.
Girl, you chunky. Yeah, she already said that. But dude, Moto in Swahili actually does mean hot.
Nice.
I figured that was accurate.
I know. And then supposedly in Punjabi, one of the 100+ Indian languages, it means fat man.
Oh, they got it covered.
But I think it's
Nice.
spelled Motto if you like translated it into
Oh, I
English.
gotcha.
So it's like
Now, I have to say that I couldn't help but picture Ben Stiller, Alex. I kept, every time he would talk and dance and stuff, I was just thinking Zoolander. I was like,
Yeah.
this is just straight up Zoolander.
who do you think would win in a dance off then? Zoolander?
He had a
or
lot of
Alex?
the same moves.
He
That's
did.
true.
Especially like the turnaround where he would roar. Rawr.
Yeah.
That's
Roar!
like that's like blue steel. That's what that is. Like that's
Yes.
the blue steel, you know. So I don't know. That's tough. I'm gonna go with
But-
Zoolander.
I would have to say, well, he's got the look.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
But Alex is
Look.
CGI, so he can literally do anything.
True.
That is true. That is true.
So it's the one way to combat the look. Is it called the look in the movie in Zoolander?
Yeah.
Where he's like,
Yeah.
I'm doing
Um,
it, Sam.
Cause no, I think blue steel is the look, isn't it?
Oh,
No,
is it?
blue steel is his usual look. And then
Okay.
yeah, I think it is just called the look. Like when he does it, he's like, I'm developing something new, and then he does it, and they're like, oh, it's the look.
Classic.
But I thought then afterwards they go, oh, blue steel, it's so beautiful, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I was actually gonna put my plug in for Alex because I think Alex has technically been dancing longer than Zoolander.
Probably. Yeah, Zoolander doesn't really dance, actually.
No,
Like,
yeah,
he-
he's
they
more
have,
of a model.
Yeah, they do their walk-offs and stuff, and like, yeah, I don't think he actually dances necessarily.
Okay.
Except for when they're, playing with gasoline.
Yeah, now, but then, okay, who would build a better home for the kids that don't read no good?
What?
So in Zoolander 2, in Zoolander 1, he made a mock Or I think was it at the end of it or just in the second
It's
one?
during the first one that they're talking about it. What is this, a house for ants?
Yeah,
Or
like
school
they
for
do a
ants?
model for like kids that don't read no good.
And then and then I think it's at the end of it they have it,
Yeah,
and then it's part of the second one. Something
yeah,
like
and in
that.
the
Yeah, I
second
haven't
one
seen
it
that forever.
melts because
Yeah.
it's made of paper mache. He's like, I just really wanted it to be just like the model,
Yeah.
Nice.
so he made it out of paper mache.
Wow. Yeah, I would have to go with
Alex in a dance competition.
Alex in a dance competition and Zoolander in the other competition.
Yeah, I agree.
Very much so.
I just want to hop back to Moto though because
Well, yeah, absolutely.
he's amazing and he's one of the best parts of this movie. Like, okay, so they first see him and then he's like, "Girl, you huge," which is
Girl,
great, obviously.
huge.
And then like
You
they're
huge.
in the pond like dancing. I guess technically it's their first date, like Gloria and Moto. And he has like I don't know if he's like singing or if it's just the background or something, but he's like, "She loved my heftiness. She loved my zestiness." And I'm just like, what?
We got to think of this in a much deeper voice.
Yeah. She loved my heftiness. She loved my zestiness. Is that better?
There it
That
is.
is much better. Because like I wasn't picturing that.
I'm
you
sorry.
know?
I'm sorry. Man, where's our quote challenge? I could do
know.
that so well. I got it nailed. And then in that same scene when they're like dancing and they're on their first date, she's like, "Can I ask you a question or something?" And he goes, "I promise the answer will always be yes, unless no is required." And I just want
Required,
to be
yeah.
like, can I please like just make that my motto in life? Like, just start saying that to people. The answer will always be yes, unless no is required. Like, biggest cop out in the world. I love
It's
it.
so good. It's so good.
She wasn't
Oh,
even fazed
Moto,
by it,
Moto.
man.
No, she wasn't. Gloria wasn't having any of his shit though.
I feel like she was at first, and
Well,
then
yeah.
She was at first.
then she
yeah.
figured it out.
He was eye candy.
Yeah.
He was hefty,
He was chunker.
zesty.
So like obviously like she was talking about wanting to get into the breeding program.
Oh, true.
Yeah, they actually did a good setup there. Like I was thinking about going into the breeding program once we get back to New York.
Yeah, and then
then-
Melman's all butthurt.
Yeah, originally in the script, Melman was supposed to fall for another giraffe.
I feel like I would have liked that better.
And then at one point, apparently in the first one, they had Melman admitting his love for Gloria, but it was too long of a script, so they cut that scene.
Oh, okay.
So I think that could have worked with the younger giraffe or like the girl giraffe if like he had admitted his love to Gloria in the first one.
Yeah. That
I
would
mean-
yeah.
I like that they ended up together because, like, they're main characters and they're clearly, like, shipped together. But at the same time, it's also, like, a giraffe and a hippo. Don't see that working
Yeah.
out.
No. Hippos are the worst.
Yeah.
Dude, so
aggressive.
check out some Animal Planet on hippos.
Yeah, hippos fight gnarly. But then so do giraffes, just whacking their
Dude.
necks around.
Beat the crap out of
Yes.
each. Yeah.
You're like, oh, they evolved to have longer necks to eat taller trees. No. They grew longer necks so they could whiplash each other longer.
Yeah, the better whip.
Yeah, but I think actually they might be a good match because I think giraffes kind of fight dirty too. They try to like get up underneath and like tusk them too.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
their
so-
with their horn nubs.
So the
Yeah.
the whacking of the necks is just foreplay.
That's
of
more
the
of
fight.
like yeah.
like
It's
like
more-
it's a distraction.
Well, yeah, it's just supposed to help them get there.
Yeah, they gotta
Yeah.
get that velocity.
Dude, but if you ever describe a giraffe, it just seems like the most ludicrous animal on the planet. You have more or less, what would you call it? A horse-like animal that has a 20-foot neck with cheetah print on it, and then two little nubby horns on top,
And a blue tongue.
and a blue tongue.
Yeah, blue tongue.
Who made this giraffe?
Yeah, this is a parts bin animal.
Yeah.
I feel like at the beginning stages, there's somebody was like, "Hey, I got this long neck. Oh yeah, save it. We'll use it for something cool."
Yeah.
And then later on, they're like, "Hey, we got this leftover long neck. What are we gonna do with it?" Well, I got some long legs and some tiny horns.
I got a little blue too. We only have
What's
blue
that
tongues
over there?
left.
A blue tongue. All right.
Yeah.
I guess
Add
that'll
that.
work.
Have you ever heard a giraffe make a noise?
Yeah,
It's weird.
they like bleat.
Yeah.
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 It's weird.
Yeah. Well,
But-
you know, all animals like that are weird.
Yeah.
We already discussed at length how weird giraffes are. Did
Now-
you expect them to make a normal noise?
This is true. Well, you got to think about like where their voice box is and how far it has to travel.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah.
What if they're like, okay, this is really off topic, but what if they're like
Is it though?
trying to make this really hefty, zesty sound, and then by the time it gets up their neck and out their mouth, it sounds so pathetic. Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be so sad? Poor giraffes. They think they're like hardcore
Beefy?
people.
Their
'cause they
inner
whap
voice
their
is way
necks.
deeper?
Yeah.
Because like everybody's voice is deeper in their head, but like giraffes got in theory, it's supposedly your voice is always you hear your voice deeper than it comes out. It's weird.
Oh.
It has to do with like echoing in your ears and shit. I don't know. I'm not.
Science.
I don't
Stupid
think
science,
I have a deep voice
bitches.
at all. Stupid science bitches.
But dude, Melman was a different kind of giraffe than those other ones. Did you see his spot differences?
Yeah, a
I
little
did
bit.
notice.
He was a West African giraffe.
I was gonna say, was he a Maasai giraffe?
Dude, I don't know. I was just
Oh.
bullshitting you.
Well, most of them, I think the ones that people usually see are Maasai giraffes because they have the.
Sam's an expert 'cause for her birthday last year, she got to meet some giraffes and feed them.
That was great. I saw their blue tongue up close.
Yeah, and it put his head right next to your shoulder.
It was great. Classic.
And then you got to feed an elephant this last year.
I actually was just thinking that I'm pretty sure I know they're Maasai giraffes from Kilimanjaro safaris at Disney World.
Nice.
I think they always specifically say Maasai giraffes.
They do.
Yeah.
So I was just regurgitating what I've heard. I don't know if it's accurate.
Now, I'm a little salty
Uh-oh.
because rhinos had a very small part in this movie.
I know!
And they were at the
How
very
rude.
end, and I was upset at the portrayal of the rhinos. But
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
we'll leave it at that. But
I would have preferred. Wait. Are the rhinos the ones that are talking about daisies?
Dude, that's Ice Age.
Oh, okay. But there's also
rhinos
rhinos
are like
talking about daisies.
The last
sometimes.
daisy, and then Sid picks up the
Yeah.
daisy and eats it.
I was just thinking
Yeah.
that rhinos get a bad rap. Like, why do we always have to watch hippos? Freaking hippos are the worst.
First off,
Yeah,
we always
I
watch
don't like
lions.
Yeah, there are a lot of lions.
Like
But
the
lions-
Lion King.
Yeah, but lions are like normal. If we're gonna get like another weird one, why is it always a hippo?
right.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess they portrayed them for the most part correct, because like hippos are just female rhinos.
Without tusk.
You mean a horn?
Yeah.
Well, but hippos, they're female rhinos. There's nothing else. That's all they are.
They're a hornless rhino?
They're female rhinos. All hippos are female rhinos. All rhinos with horns are male.
Oh.
Oh, I see what he's saying.
I was like, I don't get it.
Right. So there's no such thing as an actual hippo. They're just female rhinos.
I see.
I see.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I
mean,
wasn't sure.
Technically, they could have evolved.
They're
from
very
the same
close.
thing,
Yeah.
right?
Like one is yeah.
But one is like got armor and the other one is squishy.
yeah.
Yeah, one's made for land, one's made for water.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah. And I think
Now all
like
they need is a flying one.
that would be so scary.
Yeah. That'd be like seeing a goddamn Quetzal or Quetzal or whatever
Yeah,
you fucking
Quetzal.
call that thing is.
Yeah.
Giant pterodactyl that's the size of a giraffe
Yeah.
flying above you, just swooping down and just eating you.
hmm
But enough about dinosaurs.
I just want to appreciate that we watched this movie because we finally get to shed all of our animal knowledge that collectively we have.
Coming
Like,
to
I
a
actually
podcast
feel
near
like
you.
I'm kind of an expert on animals, more
Yeah,
so than
yeah.
movies.
I mean, one of them you definitely need a degree in to like work with animals.
Yeah, I have that.
yeah.
No.
I did it. I got it from the Discovery Channel and Nat Geo.
Okay, not Animal Planet though.
No.
I thought you were gonna be upset that there were no crocodiles here.
Freaking yeah, I am.
Yeah, that too.
But they did get the memo from the Lion King, and they did not invite the wildebeests.
Yeah, smart.
Fuck off, wildebeests.
Yeah.
Don't you say it.
They didn't
Don't
even-
you
they didn't
say
even-
it.
They didn't even have personalities in that movie.
I know. Sam, you can say it, I guess.
Hey, I have a wildebeest fact. Did you guys know that a wildebeest can start having a baby, go in labor, run for 6 miles, stop the labor, and then at the end of the 6 miles start the labor over again?
Yeah, she's straight up saying it's still dangling when it's
Yes.
it's running from a predator.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a really interesting evolution there.
Sam really loves this fact.
It always makes everyone
That's
uncomfortable.
crazy.
It does.
So you're welcome.
You just have to think about like animals in general. Like that's how the world was even for people
Yep.
when we first came around. Like that's insane.
Right. And it just makes me, it's very apparent that we are not equipped to stay very much longer on this earth. When you think about
compared
stuff
to
like
animals,
that.
like,
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Like, cool, we have a frontal cortex and some thumbs, but like, we can't do that.
No.
Hell, most of us don't even run at all ever anymore.
Yeah, majority of
my
people
hand.
would probably not survive out in the wild.
Yeah.
Now back to
And
Madagascar.
just without predators or anything, but yeah.
Backing up to Madagascar 2, Escape from Africa.
We might
Yeah,
have to do a
the
bonus
wilderness, Bear
episode.
Grylls, yeah.
We might have to do a bonus episode on like some Bear Grylls, Survivor Man, animal stuff, but you may go back to Madagascar too.
This had to do with it because they
I
had the
know.
New Yorkers crash there.
Dude,
Yeah.
those New Yorkers, man. I hate that they're
The
like,
old
"We're
lady?
New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Like
But
that.
what were you gonna say about the old lady, Tim?
She was overplayed too much.
Yeah.
She was in, there
She
way
was
too
in the
much.
first one. That's the reason why they brought her back.
Yeah, but it was
That just makes her even more overplayed.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say it was for like one scene, and then they just like.
Yeah.
I think they needed a reason to have a side.
Have a dam.
Yeah, basically.
I just figured Makunga did it. Like that would have been more plausible to me than having the people do it.
I did enjoy the fact that they keep getting into fights with an old lady though,
Yeah.
and losing.
Mm-hmm.
I find that funny, but then having them keep doing it over and over and over and over and over. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
stressful.
that was a little much.
They lost all their water, and a fish starts screaming.
Yes.
And I was like, "The fuck is dying over there?" Oh, it's a fish.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the fish earlier, so I was aware it existed. But
That's actually just how I feel every day.
oh, I know.
Like, if anyone wondered what goes on in our house, it's that every day.
But yeah, Alex had that fruit hat. Like,
Yeah. What? Yeah. Hold on. How did he get that? Because he lost the battle. He gets a fruit
Yeah.
hat. That was
He's exiled.
confusing.
yeah, the banished get the fruit hat because they're fruits. I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Here's your free food.
Well, they're not
going
gonna
to
eat it 'cause they don't eat fruit.
banished. Yeah.
Well, the zebras all did say, "Are you leaving with the hat? I'll eat it."
Yeah.
But did you guys like that? All the zebras were basically Marty.
Yes. I thought it was funny.
I did too. And well, they all had his signature like squirting move that got us into this movie.
Yeah, so I think it's like they were kind of a hive mind, which was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
But
end
yeah,
up figuring out how Alex could tell the difference?
Yeah, his bite, because he mentioned it, and then at the end you can clearly see it when he looks
Yeah.
at it.
Mhm.
Did he bite him in the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget why, but
They like end up on Madagascar, and I think they start to like shed a little bit of their zoo-ness, and they're getting a little more wild.
They become wild.
And he
yeah.
has like some instinct that makes him want to bite Marty, which is like legit, obviously, because he's a lion
Yep.
and a zebra, and they like never let him live it down. Classic
they
stuff.
do not.
Why would they?
Right?
It's a big ass bite mark too.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
A big ass.
Ha ha ha!
Ah, I didn't see any donkeys in this movie.
Well, let's talk about how they lost all their water, but King Julien had a backup plan.
Dude. The backup plan to sacrificing somebody into a volcano.
Oh my god, fantastic.
Yes!
And then they're all running, and he's just like, "Hurry up before we all come to our senses."
Yeah, I love it.
Well,
And
this is so
he's like, does this work? Yeah, sometimes. Or like something like that. He's like,
yeah.
50-50.
50-50, yeah.
Dude.
Oh no.
I just liked when he was pitching the sacrifice, and he has that whole
Yeah.
speech with himself, like, "Oh, here, you have to have another sacrifice. I don't want another sacrifice. Oh, I'm going to be very sad if you don't have another sacrifice." And it's
yeah.
like, and it's just like, he's just like role playing with himself, trying to sell it. I loved it. It sold me on it.
Yeah.
Right,
For
I
sure,
was in. I was like, all right, where's the, I need the sacrificial stuff. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I know. And then
Any
Melman.
volunteers?
Yeah.
And Melman volunteers because he's got witch doctor's curse or something.
Yeah, he has like
yeah,
a
witch doctor spot,
yeah, which
which
is
the
the
giraffes
same.
didn't realize that they all have spots, but no,
Melman
Melman
said
knew that
that.
at first. Yeah, at first he says that, and they're like, no, this is a weird one.
That happens in the first movie. He's like,
No, that happens in this one.
No. Melman says he has a brown spot, and then Gloria and Marty are like, that's your
Oh,
normal
so they
spots.
wise him up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he's
Okay.
ready to just go join the die-in hole in this
Right.
one.
Well, he kind of got back into the giraffe mindset, I guess, where they all were like, we have a spot.
Yep. Oh, those giraffes, man. They were shorter than him, too.
Mm-hmm.
He was the alpha giraffe.
Look at him go.
I know.
With no necks mapping.
But, like, so when Gloria goes to save Melman, because Melman's on the ledge, because every volcano has the Mount Doom sort of deal where
Yeah,
it's got, like, a
goes in
little
the middle.
diving board down into the lava.
Right.
Because why wouldn't it? King Julian's like, suddenly throwing a giraffe into a volcano to make rain is crazy.
Yeah, because, like, everybody's, like, basically like, oh, we gotta stop it.
Right?
Oh, poor King Julian. He had the greatest plan.
Dude got everybody, like, painted up, too. Did you see that?
I know, and he had, like,
Yeah.
he had a new headdress compared to his
Uh-huh.
other one. It was great.
Dude, and then Mort comes back.
Fucking Mort, man.
Dude, Mort's crazy.
I was gonna say, what is that little rat thing? Like,
He's another type of lemur. He's in the, like, TV
figured.
series a lot. He's a normal
okay.
character in the first one.
Yeah, I think King Julian's just constantly trying to get away from him.
Yeah, Mort's
Oh, okay.
obsessed.
yeah.
They originally had a bunch of scenes where Mort's running through all of Africa with the shark following him.
Nice.
They're like, it's
God.
too much and it's kind of repetitive.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think they did it just correctly, where, like, they
Yeah.
initially show it and then it comes back at the end. Like,
Yeah, right. Like, it was the perfect amount because you kind of forget about it, and then
Yeah.
you see him and you don't even think about it, and then the shark comes out of nowhere. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Oh, Mort. Fucking crazy. Guys, I thought I saw Mort on the airplane, like,
Yeah.
on the engine. It waves, goes flying off.
I like where they're on the plane and he's like, we lost fuel. He said, how do you know? And he looks over and he's like, engine 1 is stopped and engine 2 is no longer on fire.
Yes.
It's like, that's pretty great.
Dude, and then the penguins were, like, getting all the monkeys to do all their work for them.
Yeah.
And then they had, like, a union.
The union,
Yes.
yeah. No maternity leave. You're all males.
We'll give you the maternity leave if you just do it now. All right, and then they
Get
go
back to work.
nuts.
Yeah.
I love the monkeys.
My.
The monkeys were also from the zoo. The New
Oh,
York
really?
Zoo. Yeah. So they got in trouble for something, so they got shipped off too for no other reason.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't remember how that went.
I forget why
Probably
they got
for
kicked.
flinging poo at people.
Probably. Dude, well, the penguins were also part of the zoo. They were trying to go to Antarctica, but the penguins they tried to escape. Actually, I think they
Okay.
successfully escaped.
I was going to say,
They just
got
caught.
They're that type, yeah.
But like the first time the way Marty finds out about Connecticut, I think, is because Skipper comes up and pops his head up in Marty's like zoo pen. Is that the wrong word?
Yeah.
His habitat.
exhibit or whatever. Yeah.
I'll have to.
Yeah, it's a good one too.
I don't know. I feel like the second one's got all of the greatness of the first one, and then
Yeah, it
then
does.
some. So this was a good one to come in on.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't know. I feel like I didn't need to see the first one, but it would have been, nice, I guess.
if you're like, I need to see more King Julian, you're like, yeah, I gotta go see that
Yeah, I
first
gotta go
one.
see that one. Or you could just watch
I
the
do
TV
need to see
show.
more King. Yeah, I did find King Julian. I didn't find the penguins. I was searching for it.
Yeah, King Julian's on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
You're gonna check that out.
He's like, I'm just gonna watch this for this.
But Tim, do you have any other notes about this one?
Let me
Madagascar.
look here. Let me look. I didn't have a lot of notes.
I didn't either. This has to be my shortest note list, but my longest cast list.
Yeah. Well, I
Like
can see why. King Julian's quote. They said something about we're back in New York, and he says, "Are you sure we aren't in New Jersey?"
Yes.
And I was like, "Oh, that's a dig on New Jersey." I think.
Are you Surely you're not in New Jersey?
That was amazing.
Oh, when they're in the plane and it's crashing, and Melman falls backwards, like towards the tail of the plane, and all this like stuff falls on him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, for a second, I was like, oh man, he's gonna get decapitated. Like I literally had that thought. I was like, wait, this is a kid's like cartoon.
Tim's gonna make the
you
gruesome
Not gonna
vision.
happen. I was like, that guy's dead.
You have like an 8 and 9-year-old child go see Madagascar Escape to Africa, and a giraffe gets decapitated.
The first 10 minutes.
Make that movie.
Seriously, what are you thinking, DreamWorks?
Oh my god. I can't even imagine.
I wrote down, I don't like cartoon logic sometimes, and I'm not sure why.
That could be about anything.
That could legitimately be about the entire film.
Yeah. And then also the hunters luring the cub with the rope.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, no, come on. What the heck is that about? Like, is it supposed to be a play on cats like yarn and shit?
Yeah.
Come on. That's just stupid. It should have been like meat on the end of it.
That would have made more sense.
I agree. I also kind of had some beef with, like, I don't know how fast lions can run, but they made it look really easy for those cars to get away. And I'm like, doubt.
Are you
Yeah,
saying
those
that
roads and
they didn't
stuff?
run fast enough?
Yeah.
Or, okay. Because it was like, Tim knows how fast a rhino can run, and I'm pretty sure a lion can run that fast.
Right.
Yeah.
If not, like,
Probably,
faster.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know. I was kind of like, man, maybe they were just maneuvering correctly, but I was a little disappointed.
Serpentine.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta do the squigglies. Gotta do the
squiggly
squigglies.
move or whatever. Yeah.
Dude.
Too
Oh, and
many
they
one-liners.
did the phone thing.
What
The
phone?
telephone game.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
we
that was
forgot about
great.
that.
He
Dude,
said
what?
yes. One of the lines, I can't remember what he's like. They were like, no, you're going to kill us. And he's like, okay, full ahead. Kill them or something.
Yeah.
They're willing to, kill them.
And then he always says, pass it on. And then when it gets to them, he says, Basset Hound.
Yeah.
Yeah, Basset Hound, yeah.
Basset Hound. All right.
Are you sure? Yes.
Oh, they like all worked so well together. Like all the characters.
It was good. Yeah, no, it was very good.
So Tim, any other quotes you got? Anything?
That's all I got.
All right, let's get into the cast. Alex was played by Ben Stiller.
Shocker.
I know. Like we said earlier, he is Zoolander. He's in Tropic Thunder, another big Tim movie. Night at the Museum and Dodgeball, which I think might be my favorite role by him.
It's so good.
It is.
I
so
still
perfect.
think I still think I like him in Tropic Thunder more, but Dodgeball is such a classic. And I remember when he came out, it was such a thing that every high school, including ours, started doing dodgeball leagues and stuff, and it was great.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I think you participated in some of those.
I did. We got cheated out of our victory.
No.
I
We
remember
should
him
have
being
won.
upset.
Yeah, according to how the ladder worked, we went into the last game like we only needed to win once, and we destroyed them that game. And then they were like, well, that went by too quickly and we have extra time. Let's make it best 2 out of 3. And we ended up losing the next 2, but like slowly. It wasn't fast. And it was just, and then there was like some bullshit about somebody like didn't cheat or whatever, but like they like didn't follow the rules and they didn't get caught. And so yeah, we got cheated out of that pretty hard. Like we won, but we didn't win.
Lame.
Yeah, I was pretty salty.
I would be too.
Tim's been holding on to it for like 14
He's still
years.
salty about
Yeah,
it.
oh yeah,
As you
yeah.
can tell.
We literally destroyed like everyone we went against, and then we lost those 2 games.
I swear your team was called like Blitzkrieg.
I think it was, yeah.
Look
Don't,
at
I
you
wasn't.
guys. Look
I
at you
wasn't on
guys.
his team. I just hung out with Tim a lot.
Yeah. I don't remember who made the team.
I don't either.
It was
'cause I
just
wasn't
everyone
there.
was on there. Yeah.
Continuing on, Marty was played by Chris Rock. He's in Fargo. Sam and I want to watch the new TV series Fargo. That's what he's in.
I've never watched any of them.
Neither have I, but I'm interested. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be really good. He's in the Grown Ups movies. He's in SNL. The Longest Yard. I like The Longest Yard. I'm a minority in that part, but
I don't know. I feel like a decent amount of people like it.
yeah. And then Gloria is played by Jada Pinkett Smith. She's in Matrix 2 and 3, apparently.
Okay.
Didn't know that. She's in Princess Mononoke.
Oh.
I don't remember who she is, but then she's in Gotham and Angel Has Fallen. And then Melman is played by David Schwimmer, which, guys, I'm really proud of us. We didn't once refer to Melman as Ross.
I almost did right now.
Yeah, I almost did.
Ross from
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
In my head throughout the whole movie, I was like, Ross is such an
You're
idiot.
thinking that, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was also in American Crime Story. He was a lawyer in that one, so different
Okay.
role. Mm-hmm. And then he's in John Carter.
Who knew?
John Carter. Where's he in John Carter?
I have no idea, but he's also in The Pallbearer. I don't even know what that is, but
I've heard of that, yeah.
I was like, it sounds familiar, but I don't know. All Hail King Julian. He is Sacha Baron Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Borat. Very nice. My wife. He does Ali G's Bruno. He's in The Dictator, which is a pretty damn funny movie.
Classic.
He's in Talladega Nights with the tiny little crepes. They're like tiny little pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, he's just like very known for his performance in Les Miserables.
Oh.
I didn't know. Which, by the way, that movie is a musical in the sense of there is no talking.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
waiting to add it to our list. It's a commitment, though.
Maurice is played by Cedric the Entertainer. Which is Barbershop, Why Him,
Mm-hmm.
and then Be Cool. I think that one has Vince Vaughn in it. It's
Maybe.
been a while. Mort is played by
sure.
Andy Richter,
Okay.
who he plays Andy Richter in Arrested Development.
Okay.
And he plays like 5 other versions of himself. It was weird.
Interesting.
He's also in Talladega Nights, Blades of Glory, and Semi-Pro. I think he's friends with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I would say
No,
so.
no.
Shh, don't tell his secret.
Zuba is played by Bernie Mac.
Oh, okay.
So he's in all Oceans 11, 12, and 13. He is in The Bernie Mac Show.
Nice.
Guess Who? Old Dogs. And this was the last film Bernie Mac was in before he passed.
Aww.
And it was
Dang.
dedicated to him.
Aww.
So
Man.
It's nice that he got
Yeah.
dedicated.
Makungo was played by Alec Baldwin. He is in The Departed. It's Complicated, which I think you like.
Mm-hmm.
Weird old people sex movie.
Definitely that. That's all there is to
That's
that.
all there is in it. He's in 30 Rock, SNL, and then Motherless in Brooklyn. Sam's been trying to get me to watch that one.
Yeah, I have that on the list.
Interesting.
Moto is played by Will I Am.
Nice.
Black Eyed Peas.
Mm-hmm.
He's also in X-Men Origins Wolverine, if you didn't know that. And then Rio, 1 and 2.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of got in. I was going to say he kind of got into voice acting there for a little bit, but I haven't seen him in a while.
Yep. Skipper is played by Tom McGrath. He's in Megamind, Mr. Peabody and Sherman,
Nice.
The Boss Baby, Monsters vs. Aliens.
The Boss Baby. Who saw that movie?
Well,
Never
Alec Baldwin
know.
was also in that movie.
I know, that's why I say that.
Kowalski was played by Chris Miller. He was in Captain Underpants, The Boss Baby.
What the fuck?
He was in all the Shreks. He did Turbo. He was in Sinbad.
Wait, what was Turbo? Got jokes. Continue.
It was about a snail. Get it? Because it was a slow response.
It's like we talked about all these movies
I know.
before that.
We're stretching here.
Rico, which is the penguin that doesn't make just makes weird noises, was played by John DiMaggio. John DiMaggio. It's actually how you say his name.
Yeah.
He is Bender.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Please insert girder. He also is in the show Mythic Quest, which is Rob McElhenney's
Yeah.
new TV
his
show
new
on Apple
one.
TV.
Nice.
Wait,
Is it-
who's he in that?
I don't know. I've not seen the show.
I don't know what he looks like. I like the show a lot. It's very good. I never saw the
Ah.
14 episode because I don't have Apple stuff, but
I would say I feel like he looks like a young man's Ron Perlman. He kind of just has like that same head shape.
like just like you actually know what he looks like, and that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm currently trying to picture somebody from the show, and
Oh, I don't know if he's a big character or not. I just saw he was in this show. He's in Disenchantment as well. Sam, he does the actor Toph in the Ember Island episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Nice.
which is hilarious, by the way. Private is played by Christopher Knights. He's in Shrek, Megamind, Flushed Away. The baby Melman. I wrote down this because it's played by Zachary Gordon, also known as Greg Heffley.
No, baby Melvin. Nice.
I don't know these names.
Okay, let me educate you about Diary of a Wimpy Kid. We'll add that to your list. It's a classic kids movie.
Is that your education?
Yeah,
For
I was
now-
waiting for.
For
Okay.
now, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna make him actually watch them.
Okay. So the guide was. Remember when I was like, I know the guide's voice?
Yeah.
That's played by Phil Lamar. He is Hector, Hermes Conrad in Futurama.
Oh, okay.
He's Samurai Jack.
Nice.
Nice. I love it.
He's the Earth King in Avatar.
Wow.
And then he is in Pulp Fiction as well.
Damn.
But Phil Lamar, he is a very well-known voice actor.
Look at him.
And all I did was the guide.
You get what you get, man.
Those are all the other cast. Those are the cast, but the director was the guy who played Skipper, also directed.
Nice.
They were co-directors. Him with Eric Darnell, who also did Ants, and he did all the TV shows and everything, too. And now, Tim, you're like, this music was pretty on point because freaking Hans Zimmer did it. I shit
sure.
you not.
That doesn't surprise me. They even mentioned him in it, did they?
They might have.
I think they did.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but it sounded like, I remember them like talking about get Hans Zimmer and everything and or something like that. I picture, I don't know if it was Julien or what. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I swear that's what
Dude, you're thinking of The Boys. They were like, we're gonna get Hans Zimmer to do the music.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, I was gonna say he was replaying it, and I'm like, no, I definitely just watched that. Was that in this movie?
I did too. And I was... So I got us, guys. I got us.
Shoot!
And my last note is: did you guys know that the average lifespan of a penguin is 6 to 9 years? Which is why they kept giving like the timeline.
Oh,
6 to 9.
I love
That's
it.
hilarious. Okay, that's even better.
Yeah.
So good.
Like, it's just like they intelligently wrote the script. Like, let's add this little thing that nobody's gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like these silly little antics that you think are one joke and they're actually multiple jokes.
Yeah.
That's great.
But that's all I got.
Nice.
Dang.
Who wants to go first?
We'll let Tim go first since he's new to Madagascar.
Yeah, after not seeing or knowing anything about the universe, I think jumping into the second one was just fine. And if you want to just jump into the second one, yeah, flip it on. Absolutely. But I think you should start with the first. And I haven't seen it, so...
It does help.
Flip it on.
Nice, we converted him.
Yeah.
High fives. I would also flip it on, by the way. I do love the Madagascar films. We've seen most of the like different things they have of it. And I would recommend, I would say almost all of them. I can't really say, don't watch this one. And Sam, what about you?
Oh, I'm for sure flipping it on.
I figured, but I had to ask.
I love King Julien. I've always loved King Julien. He's at his best, his prime in this movie. It's amazing. And then, of course, like, I was going to say I would recommend for spin-offs, obviously, All Hail King Julien.
Yeah, it's good.
And when I saw that they made like a little baby Madagascar show recently on Hulu, I'm like,
Yeah.
watching that. Don't care.
That came out in September
Yeah, so
of 2020.
if you're not new to the franchise and you do like it, there you go. There's some new stuff
Boom,
for you
roasted.
to watch. I don't know if it's any good, but, you know, can't be horrible, right?
It's probably better than The Wild by Disney.
Yeah, remember that.
If you
No,
didn't know,
don't.
they made like a Madagascar knockoff, like Disney mating knockoff. It's crazy.
Huh.
Yeah, I've always wanted to watch it because I'm like, there's no way
It's on
good.
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It's gotta be terrible.
Ooh.
So, if you like animals, flip it on.
If you like Sacha Baron Cohen doing his ridiculousness that he does, definitely flip it on.
Mm-hmm.
If you like volcanoes, flip it on.
You're just a general Ben Stiller fan.
Yeah.
It's a Ben Stiller movie.
Definitely.
Yeah. Did
You
he
like-
write it or anything, or
No,
no? Okay.
but he just nailed his role.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
nailed being Ben Stiller.
Definitely.
It's accurate. Yeah.
Like, if you like animals, like Sam said, penguins, savanna animals.
Screaming fish.
Ooh, that's a good one. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we're going to go ahead and roll and spin for our 30th episode.
Woo! Already?
damn.
Oh,
How did it
hot damn.
happen?
Uh-huh.
I do not know, Sam. I am.
Can't believe we're already here.
All right, we're going to get it spinning. Yeah, I don't really know what we're going to get today. Oh my God,
What is this?
a new
We get-
category.
I was gonna say we get a new one. Oh.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know what this is. No.
AI suggestions.
What is this, Adam?
So Sam,
What?
Yeah. So this one, it's a new one. It's cool. It's basically, Tim, you're going to pick a movie that is suggested by Like, we go find this movie on Netflix, and then it's going to give you a list of movies suggested, right?
Uh-huh.
Then you're going to pick one. And then
Okay.
I will pick one, and then Sam has to pick the final movie from the suggested movies.
Okay, so it's like a chain of
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's a chain of...
So we need to start on
suggestions.
Yeah.
Netflix and go to Madagascar.
Is it specifically? No.
Yeah, it has to be off of
Specifically
Madagascar, too. Off of that. So, whatever we
It
just
does?
watched. Yeah, we're doing it based
Okay.
off of the most recent
So I
movie we
find
watched.
something that's like, okay, gotcha. All right.
That's, like, on Netflix, it'll be like, oh, movies you should watch next.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we're gonna get all hail King Julien. I'm just kidding.
We probably are. It's going to come full circle. Look, that's weird. I got Madagascar too.
So, this is our second review of that. Anyways.
We decided to go hardcore on it this time. I'm just kidding. We're
Yeah.
not gonna do that.
Well, thanks for showing up.
Yeah, and check
yeah,
out whatever AI suggestions we get next week.
Yeah, because we like
Yeah.
to move it a little bit.
We like to review it.
There it is.
That's way too many words.
You'll review